Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another day of May I Scraplift You. Today I am scraplifting the very talented Jennifer Kane, and her Instagram handle is at scrappin'kane. And this is the layout I chose. I really liked it because it's got some mixed media on it and it also has some pattern paper. And so I apologize you didn't get to see part of this. I did use some blue Shimmers products there in Oaky Bear Blue, and I'm going to hold up all of the products that I end up using. I basically just used my watercolor brush and spread it around. I didn't do anything fantastic or unusual or anything with it. So pretty basic, just spread it around and that was it. I am starting out with some twine here, or ribbon trim. It's not twine and it's not ribbon, it's trim. And I decided to back my photo with it to kind of give it a frame, and I really like the way that it looks. It's got this blue in it, and that blue edge is kind of like a rolled edge, and then the white edge is flat, so you can adhere it to whatever you're going to adhere it to. Now I'm sure it was not intended for scrapbooking, so that white edge probably goes in a seam somehow when you're sewing, but in this case it was perfect for just adhering it to the back of my photo. Now the only thing I probably would have done different is I would have found a way to do the corners a little differently, because I did cut each one of the corners, and that is going to cause a little bit of fraying, especially in this particular trim, but that is why I am adding a little bit of glue to each one of those corners to kind of keep it from fraying as much as possible. Now I have this orange paper that is, I don't even know where it's from. It's just from my scrap bin, and I am going to rough up the edges. I'm going to use that behind my photograph. This is the little guy that I take care of. Well, I take care of him sometimes. He's still with Mom most of the time, but I will be taking care of him as soon as Big Sister goes to school or preschool. So I'll have him starting probably in the fall. But I do have him here and there already. But this is his 3-month picture, and that is what I'm documenting. And I apologize that you don't get to see his face. I just have to cover that for privacy purposes out of respect for his family. I am distressing the edges of that orange paper just to give it some good texture, and then I am going to back the entire thing with another piece of white paper, but I am inking up the edges with some Juniper Mist Catherine Pooler ink, and that is going to give it a dark blue border, which is going to make it pop off the page quite a bit. Now all I did here was I sprayed a little water on the leftover Juniper Mist, and I mopped it up with another piece of white paper, and I stuck that in my scrap bin of blues because I didn't want to waste that ink, and I can always use it. The other thing that I did was I gutted that plaid paper, and it is mounted onto a piece of paper that has blue around the outside. I think I trimmed it down maybe a 1/4 of an inch. Or maybe just a little bit more than a 1/4 of an inch to give a nice border. And then I trimmed down my white paper a pretty decent amount. I don't actually know the measurement on that, probably about 1 inch to 1.25 inches, to give a nice reveal of that plaid. Normally I don't like my borders to be that big, but because it's a plaid, it's not just a solid color. I really decided that I wanted that plaid to pop and show. Now Jennifer has a bunch of mixed media on the background, so I'm using a bunch of different stamp sets with circles. Those lines are from a Stampin' Up set. That just sounded like I said upset. A set from Stampin' Up. Sorry, I just threw myself off there. I'm super tired, and yeah, it's been a day. So, and then I am using some stamps from Boutin and some other ones from Close to My Heart. Actually, that might be a Close to My Heart set. I am going to hold them up here in towards the end of the video, so you'll get to see all of that. I also hold up all of the colors of inks that I'm using. So I'm using definitely buttercream, That's the Juniper Mist. I am using, I think, Clay Mask, Twilight, Sea Breeze, and like I said, I'll hold them all up again at the end so you get to see exactly what I use. Oh, sorry, Bay Breeze, not Sea Breeze. And then I really like the idea of having multiple sizes of circles. And then I am also going to use a set there that has some circles that are filled in. They're actually more like dots. And I think I'm using, let's see here, I think Tranquil is the name of the color for that one. And some of them I want them to be kind of really bold, and some of them I want them to be kind of lighter. And yep, there's the Tranquil. The Twilight inking or stamping that I did with a just a plain circular stamp, I did that with some second generation stamping as well. So we've got a darker gray and a lighter gray, and I just like the way that it looks. I do know that a lot of this is going to get covered up, and that's okay. I just haven't figured out my embellishment groupings quite yet, so I'm just going to embellish or keep stamping until I feel like it is done, and if it gets covered up, it gets covered up. That last little set there was a Stampin' Up! Set, and that was Gorgeous Grunge, which is a retired set. And then I really liked this 3x4 card that says, Stay Clever Little Fox. I thought that was super cute. And I'm going with this little fox theme. I'm going to go ahead and embrace that and use some more fox stickers on this particular page. And that is why I really wanted to showcase some of that orange in the mixed media, because I know I'm going to have some orange on this page. Now, this the stickers that I'm using are all from this particular set that came with that plaid paper, and it came with that fox. And that set is from Echo Park. It is called Hello Baby. And then I did pull out some Jolie's, which I can't even remember the last time I used anything from Jolie's. Not that I have anything against them, I just haven't used them in ages. But I have had this little baby onesie floating around in this bin that I have of baby boy stuff. And so I thought I would go ahead and get it on this page. And I really like the way that it looks, and it had a little baby bottle in the same set. And so I put that on top of the little dresser there with the little fox. And then there's a fox pull toy and this little banner piece, which I thought was super cute and brings in that darker color over to the bottom right hand corner. I'm really happy with the way that that looks. A little precious boy, I thought that was super cute, and I'd go ahead and use that. I'm adding in this rattle looking piece that has a star on the tip of it, just to kind of cover up the cutout on that little banner piece. And then there's like a mobile that is tucked in behind that has a sheep and some moons, a moon and some clouds and stars on it. I thought that was super cute as well, just to bring in more and more detail down here at the bottom. That is really where the majority of my embellishing is going. I'm not going to have too much up top. The title is going to go just above the 3x4 card, and a journaling spot will be right there as well. I am probably not going to write a whole lot on this layout. I'm going to leave that for his mom to do, and I think she'll have some things that she wants to add to it. So this is really more about not really from my perspective. It's really just to help document his life and let her fill in the words there. My title is just going to be 3 months, but I'm just going to put MOS for the months, and that little fox that's all curled up is going to be my O for months. And I think that's super cute. I know I've got a lot of foxes going on here, but you know what? Why not, right? They are all cute. They're all doing different things and in different positions. So I say go for it. I don't know that I would have used them if they were identical, or even identical but maybe a different size. So I like the fact that they are doing different things. So I'm going to use a stamp set that I use frequently. This is from the Stamp Market. It's an old set. It doesn't exist anymore. I mean, they don't make it anymore. And I just stamped it in the Juniper Mist ink. And I'm going to tuck that in behind his photo and the little fox saying there. And then the title is going to go right above that. And yes, I know I'm covering up even more of the mixed media, but that's okay. You still get the idea, and it's still visible, at least enough for me to be happy. So I think that works okay. So here's where I'm just going to use that little fox that goes in the middle. And I don't think I popped him up on any foam. I was trying to remember if I did or not, but I don't believe so. And then my big number 3, just to make that title even more prominent. I didn't want to keep the 3 the same size as the letters. I wanted it to be much larger just to make it even more bold. I did ink up that 3x4 card with some of that Juniper Mist ink, and then I am just building a little bit more cluster down over in this bottom left hand corner. I like that little balloon that kind of softens everything out with its rounded edges that says hello world, and then a little round orange sticker that brings that orange down to this corner even more that says oh boy, and bringing in more of that dark blue color with the little TP, and I think that looks super cute together. These are the stamp sets that I used. A Bow Bunny Terrific Textures stamp. This is Gorgeous Grunge from Stampin' Up. This is a close to my heart textures stamp. And the first one was the Vicki Boutin, one of her, I think it's print shop stamp sets. And here again are all of the inks that I used. And that is about it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. The close-ups are coming here. Oh, this is the Oaky Bear Blue is the color that is on the background in watercolor. So in case you were wondering about that from Shimmers. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, I know his face is blurred out. That is intentional. I find it looks a little better that way rather than having a colored post-it over his face for the still shots, because the colored post-it kind of takes away from the overall layout. So blurring it out works better for me. Thank you so much for watching. The playlist for May I Scraplift You is down below, so you can go check out all of the videos that are available to date, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another one. See you then. Bye-bye.